welcome back to the Beach Bum Bookworm. I am Tiffany. I'm so glad y'all found me again today. My channel's all about cozy mysteries and romance books. And today I'm here with some new series that I have found. There might not be new series, but they're new to me that I have found that I really want to try. As I'm looking up new releases and researching for videos, I always see series that just pop out to me and I'm like, oh, these sound so interesting, but for whatever reason, they don't belong in another video that I'm doing. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put together just a video of series that I have seen that have really stood out to me as ones that I would love to put on my, or that I have put on my TBR, but that I would love to get to. So I would love to hear yours. So make sure at the end of this video that you let me know like what series have popped up in like maybe recommendations from your Kindle or whatever that you haven't got to, but you're like, oh, that just sounds really good, piques your interest, all of those things. Let's get started. There are some just unusual, quirky, unique ones that I'm so excited about. In 3, 2, 1, go! First one just sounded so unique and fun. I was just excited to see it. I haven't seen any other books kind of like this. There is only one book out as of now, so I'm hoping more come out. This is the Smoothie Shop Cozy Mystery Series. I know, doesn't that sound like a blast? Okay, so it's by Madelyn Scott. The first book is called A Sour Death. It says, when one of Julia Morgan's customers drops dead in the middle of her smoothie shop right after drinking her latest concoction, her reputation and her business begin sinking simultaneously. Yeah. She quickly becomes a prime suspect in the man's murder, and the handsome detective investigating the crime scene doesn't believe her story. Oh no, with the help of a parrot who thinks he's a pirate? And her friends from the farmer's market, Julia sets out to solve the crime and clear her name. Oh my gosh, I really want to check that out. I hope I hope there's more books that come out in that series. The next one is a Alaska Cozy, and I have seen this. Like I said, these are just ones I've seen and I've been so interested in, but haven't been able to fit them in a video. It's the Gold Rush Alaska Cozy Mystery Series. There are 3 books currently. The first book is called Midnight Sun Murder. This is by Martina Dalton. It says, when Denali's posh California dream goes bust, she feels like she's hit rock bottom. But just as her prospects run dry, she strikes a claim of unexpected inheritance. An entire Alaskan town left to her by her uncle she never knew existed. Trading palm trees for spruce, she arrives at a ghost town that once glittered with gold rush glory. But instead of nuggets, Denali finds an unfinished cafe to run, a treasury of off-kilter townsfolk, and the attention of a dashing bush pilot who may just be her heart's jackpots. Yet, when she learns her uncle didn't die of natural causes, Denali shifts from Gold Town proprietor to determined detective. It's a rush against time as she mines for clues, hoping to unmask a killer before she's the next one. So this, like I said, there's 3 books out in it. That sounds so good. I actually do think I've talked about this in like maybe an upcoming like release and it was just one that I had to include. Some of these are ones I've talked about, but I just haven't been able to get to them and wanted to make sure I spotlighted them in this video. Any book or series that takes place in Alaska is going to at least pique my interest. The next one is the Golden Gulch Cozy Mystery Series. There are 3 books in this series. The first book is called Em Cowboy. Like Died 'em Cowboy. This is by Summer Prescott, who writes a ton of cozy mysteries. It says, this is a cozy mystery with charm, sass, and a shot of suspicion. Big city girl Daisy Allerton is tired of drama and betrayal. So when her grandmother writes asking her for help, she's more than ready to head back to the dusty charm of Golden Gulch, the small western town she once called her home. Her plan? Help her grandmother. Rose, save the struggling family cafe, maybe freshen up the place a bit, and absolutely not get involved in local drama. But when the town's most hated developer, Grant Ellison, shows up for the annual Heritage Festival, ooh, I'm already, oh gosh, stirring up trouble and making enemies with every smirk, Daisy's curiosity gets the better of her. Then somebody turns up dead in the saloon with no shortage of suspects. That sounds like so much fun. A Western town, and I was intrigued. Yes. Next up is the Travel Writers Cozy Mystery Series. Listen, any cozy mystery that involves travel is at least going to pique my interest, and this one did. The first book, I think I said there's 7 books in this series. The first book is called Campaign, right here. This is by Wendy Meadows. Again, another writer who writes a ton of Kindle Unlimited series. This says, Patricia may be well-traveled, but this is a mystery with a dangerous destination. Patricia always viewed the world from the end of her pen. Her feet hop from place to place. Her exotic experiences are filling the pages faster than stamps on her passport. Someday, she aspires to land a big-time publishing deal. At a stopover in Atlanta, she is shocked to discover the body of a local businessman, Peter, dumped in a camp in the outskirts of the city. For the first time, her wings are clipped as the lead detective, Brian Johnson, launches an investigation into Peter's death, firmly suspecting that cause of death to be murder. Patricia and Brian band together in this murder investigation, slowly uncovering leads to a shady underbelly behind Peter's flashy, successful exterior. Wow. Wouldn't it be like you get paid to just travel and write? Wouldn't that be amazing? That would be so incredible. I'm really intrigued by that series. This next one, just so different. The Tow Truck Cozy Mystery Series. Yes, are all these books on my TBR? Yes, they are. The Tow Truck series, book 1, there are 7 books in it. Book 1 is called Toes on the Dash, right here. This is by Karen C Whalen. It says, super feminine and confirmed shoeaholic, Delaney Morin receives an unexpected inheritance, the keys to a tow truck from a dad she never known. Even though she hasn't changed a tire or even driven any kind of truck, she's determined to make the rough and dangerous business a success. When she hauls a vehicle with the body of her jerk of an ex hidden in the trunk, oh no. So she picks up like her first car, and in the trunk is her ex-boyfriend. When she hauls a vehicle with the body of her jerk of an ex in the trunk, the small town cops in Spruce Ridge, Colorado. Oh, that sounds like a place I would love. Do not believe this is a coincidence. It's hard to believe. I know it is. I know it is a coincidence, and I know Delaney is innocent, but it's hard to believe. They have her in headlights as the prime suspect. When the news hits, her business stalls. As a woman trying to make a living in a man's world, she drives her rig in 4-inch heels to set herself apart. But she must toughen up her image and solve the crime, or she'll end up parked in jail. 7 books in that series. I definitely want to get to it at some point. I love a strong female lead. Next up is the Sweets of Snowkeep Cozy Mystery Series. There are 3 books in this series. The first book is called The Pumpkin Bread Mystery. This is by MIranda Rose Barker. And it says, for Katie, a middle-aged independent woman. I love that phrase. Middle-aged independent woman. Yes. Opening her own bakery, Sweet Sensations, has been one of the best decisions of her entire life. The bakery has quickly become a favorite in Snowkeep, a snowy small town in the mountains located a few hours from the Big Apple, and everything looks nice and dandy for Katie until it doesn't. Da, da, da. This next one I have talked about before, but it's definitely on my TBR, and I've only talked about it in new releases, so I had to include it. It's the Hollywood Whodunit Cozy Mystery Series. 17 books in this series, y'all. Book 1 is called Primetime Murder, right here. This is by Brittany E Brinegar, and it says, move to Hollywood, catch your big break, become a movie star. Nowhere on Becky Robinson's to-do list does it say to discover a dead body or become the prime suspect. Becky's first day on set is anything but glamorous. Between coffee runs and walking the star dog, she discovers the body of a prominent actress. Oh boy. Not exactly how she pictured seeing her name in the papers. Yeah. They didn't even spell it right. After finding evidence at the crime scene, the cops are on her trail and a Hollywood hunk is in the hot seat. To clear her name and discover who done it, Becky rubs elbows with Tinseltown insiders. Oh boy, I can't wait. That just sounds like so much fun. This next one is called the Charlotte Dean Cozy Mystery Series. 5 books in this series. Book 1 is called Christmas Crime in Kingfisher Falls. This is by Phillipa Nefri Clark, and it says starting over has never been more dangerous. Charlotte Dean loves her new job at the bookstore in a small mountain town of Kingfisher Falls. Bookstore, mountain town, I'm in. One day she will buy the bookstore when the owner, Rosie, retires. But for now, she's content to learn the ropes and forget her troubled past. Even the snobby book club ladies can't dampen her spirits. But when a strange series of crimes cast suspicion on all the wrong people, including Charlotte, she can't stand back and watch. With Rosie delighted to be a part of the sleuthing, Charlotte begins an investigation into the thefts, corruption, and vendetta against a local family. Ta-da. Next up, this is a hair salon beautician cozy mystery series. And I am always looking for a good one of those because I just feel like that location lends itself to be a great place for a cozy mystery. This series is called the Murder Curlers series. This is by Arlene McFarlane, and the first book is called Murder, Curlers, and Cream. There are 8 books in this series. It says, she's a beautician with a plummeting reputation. Can she catch a strangler before her salon is financially frizzed out? Valentine Beaumont is desperate to revive her dying business, trying to recover from an infamous incident where she defended herself with a perm rod to her attacker's privates. The last thing she needs is another scandal. Oh my gosh. So when a wealthy socialite is strangled with a steamer cord while awaiting a facial, Valentine has no choice but to start combing through clues. Let me just say this. I am still very interested in this series, but this hair salon is dangerous, my friends. Dangerous. People being strangled just sounds like just sitting in the waiting room. Somebody's getting a perm rod attack to sensitive areas. Holy moly. Still gonna check it out. Yeah. Next up is the Home Crafting Cozy Mystery series. This one is really interesting to me. I've seen it for a long time. And the reason I'm so intrigued by it is because there are 6 books in this series, and I think each book is a different home crafting. So the first book is a soap making, but then the next book would be scrapbooking, and the next book would be, you get it. I don't know that the second book is scrapbooking. I made it up. But the first book in this series of 6 is a soap series. Soap book. So it is called Lie in Wait. I get it. This is by Cricket McRae, and it says cocoa butter soap, check. Lip balm, check. A dead body? Ooh. That's just what Sophie May Reynolds finds in her workroom. The corpse of Walter Hanover, the neighborhood handyman. He died from drinking lye, something she has in good supply. But the police don't suspect Sophie May, a 30-something widow who makes and sells beauty products. Instead, they call it a suicide. But why would a man with lottery, cash, and a loving fiancé kill himself? No one can stop the impulsive Sophie May from answering this riddle, not her sensible best friend Megan or Detective Ambrose, who incites annoyance as well as stomach flutters. Sophie May's nose leads her to a peppermint-scented trail of arson, bigamy, and shocking family secrets. Holy moly! 6 books in that series. Next up, I included this by the title of book 1 alone. It is the Candy Shop Detective Cozy Mystery series, although I love a candy shop, cozy. But book 1 is called Boardwalk Betrayal. Yeah, I had to include it. This is by Blake Rivers. There are 2 books in this series. It says, welcome to Confection Connections, where the fudge is always perfect and the mysteries are always intriguing. Emma Hartwell never expected that inheriting her grandmother's candy shop would lead to a career in crime solving. Well, one doesn't usually equal the other. But life on charming New England Boardwalk is full of surprises. Oh my gosh, I hope there are many to come in this series. As of now, there are 2. Next up is a diner cozy. There's only 1 book in this series, but it is not even out yet. It comes out, I think I wrote it down, November 1st. So excited for this one. I'm still going to do a new series alert because I feel like it needs it. New series alert! It is the Hal's Diner Cozy Mystery series. The first one is called Murder Over Easy. This is by E.G. Maddox, and it says, Murder, She Wrote meets Alice meets Happy Days. I'm so excited for this. When a slick traveling, listen, you know, I've talked about it, how I feel about diners. I love them. I wish they would come back. I want a U.S. road trip diner vacation. Okay, I'm back. Okay, let me start again. Murder, She Wrote meets Alice meets Happy Days. That sounds amazing. When a slick traveling salesman kills over in booth 5, the regulars want to write it off as bad luck. But V. Thompson isn't buying it. With her quick wit, her daughter Claire's sharp eye for detail, and her granddaughter Jessie's insatiable curiosity, 3 generations find themselves tangled in a mystery that could crack their small town wide open. Oh my gosh. I love that there are 3 generations that are going to sleuth together. It's like a team of 3. Grandma, mom, daughter. I love this so much. Next one, another one that I think there should be more of. This trend, it should come back. I don't know why I called it a trend, but it should come back. It's drive-in theaters. This is a drive-in series. The name of the series is called The Dead End Drive-In Cozy Mystery Series. This is by Carolyn Q. Hunter. Book 1 is called Sisterly Screams. There are 5 books in this series. It says, estranged sisters Sarah Bell and Anna Lee haven't seen each other in nearly 2 years. Life takes an unexpected turn when Anna has to return to their hometown of Sunken Grove, Louisiana. Ooh. And fate throws the contentious pair back together again. Unfortunately, the already tense situation goes from bad to worse for the sisters when a ghost appears at Sarah Bell's drive-in theater and restaurant, pleading with them to help bring his murderer to justice. Will the sisters be able to settle their differences and work together in order to solve this case? Or are the strange sounds of jungle drums coming from the bayou signaling their doom? Da, da, da. Love the idea of a drive-in theater cozy. Next up, I just thought this was unique. It's a bed and breakfast cozy, but it is a paranormal breakfast cozy called The Eternal Rest Bed and Breakfast. Is this too paranormal for me? I don't know. Am I going to give it a shot? I'd like to. I really would. There are 7 books in this series. Book 1 is called Sweet Dreams right here. This is by Beth Dogner. It says, check in for your stay at Eternal Rest Bed and Breakfast with this paranormal cozy mystery series. Eternal Rest welcomes both guests and ghosts. And it has a great view of the historic cemetery next door. 1 part murder, she wrote, and 1 part ghost whisperer. This lighthearted series will transport you to the small town of Oak Hill, Georgia, where you'll find sweet tea, biscuits, and murder. Emily Buchanan, the owner of Eternal Rest Bed and Breakfast, teams up with her psychic best friend Sage to solve each case. It just sounds like something I want to at least give a shot to. Next up is one that I am dying to try. Bad. Okay, this next one is one that will be going on my 26th to start in 26. It just sounds like a laugh out loud cozy, and I love nothing more than a humorous cozy. It is the Elmo Simpson Cozy Mystery Series by J.C. Kenney. The book one in this series is called Panic in the Panhandle. There are 3 books in this series. It says, in the sleepy panhandle of Florida, Benjamin Elmo Simpson has carved out a comfortable niche as the go-to wild animal removal specialist. Life is sweet until a peculiar service request takes him to a local condo at an unexpected scene. Retired lawyer Fran Cohen is missing, and in his apartment is a well-fed alligator that appears to have enjoyed a nice breakfast. Fran. Oh my goodness. All evidence points toward murder, and local alligator farmer Waldo Rambo Quigley has the motive and the means. When Rambo pleads for help to clear his name, old debts and a history of friendship leave Elmo no choice but to investigate. With his girlfriend Nicola by his side and Rambo's freedom on the line, Elmo's on the hunt for the real killer. But don't panic, Elmo's got a plan. Well, sort of. Well, maybe. I cannot wait. I just know it's going to be a hoot. I have met JC a couple times at Malice, and listen, after speaking with him and how funny and witty and clever he is, I know that this series is going to be laugh out loud funny, and I can't wait. Next up is a series that I had not heard about, but this author is so prevalent and writes so many Kindle Unlimited Cozy Mystery series, and I want to give this one a shot. Our main character owns a nut shop. The series is called Nuts About Nuts. The first book is A Tough Case to Crack. Of course, that's the name of the first book. This one is, I'm not sure how many books are in this series. I guess I didn't write it down. It says, Carrie Gale is getting ready for the grand opening of her nut shop, Nuts About Nuts, in the small town of Cascade Grove. She is new to the area and is enjoying setting up her home with her Yorkshire Terrier, Cashew, of course, and spending time with her new friend, Natalie. But when possible, evidence from the murder of the previous shop owner is found in the shop. Carrie finds herself right in the middle of a murder investigation. A handsome reporter, Steve, is writing an article about the murder, but can Carrie rely on him? Then her grandfather, who hasn't seen her in ages, turns up out of the blue and is being very secretive. During the chaos, Carrie has to try to juggle everything so she can find the murderer and still open her shop on time. I can't wait to try this. It also says that it includes recipes, including toasted pecan cookies and maple nut pie. This next one is really piquing my interest because of the time period. It is called the Grace Designs Cozy Mystery Series. Book one is called Seems Like Murder. This is by Tilly Wallace. There are 3 books in this series, and this is from the 1920s, set in New Zealand. And our main character, Grace, it says she is trying to build her thriving dress business as the 20s begin to soar. I am so intrigued by that. Next up is one that I love, family restaurant cozies. Like there's just a few that I've really, really, really enjoyed. The Catherine Bruns series, the Tina Cashian series. I like family restaurant cozies. There's a Italian one. There's a couple Italian ones I've read that I've really enjoyed. This one is called the Romano's Family Restaurant Cozy Mystery Series. This is by Rosie A. Point, who has a ton of different series on Kindle Unlimited. First book of 6 is called The Cannoli Corpse. It says, at Romano's Family Restaurant, the cannoli special is good enough to die for. Gina Romano has decided to relaunch her family restaurant in small town Lake Basil, New York, with her chef boyfriend Jacob on the staff and the menu increased to include pasta dishes and a new family aesthetic. She's convinced that the new launch will be the biggest news to hit the town in years, until one of her new customers dies in the bathroom on opening night. Yikes. It's murder by cannoli poisoning, and her boyfriend Jacob was the last person to see the victim or the cannoli in question. And the cannoli in question. Gina will stop at nothing to ensure Jacob is cleared of the crime. With the local detective breathing down her neck and convinced that her boyfriend is the one who done it, Gina has to work out of sight to solve the murder. Wow. Next up and last, this one is unique. I had never heard of it. There are 12 books in this series. How have I never heard of this? I don't know, but it sounds amazing. It is the Flight Risk Cozy Mystery series. Book 1 is called Murder at Macbeth. This is by Susan Harper, and our main character, Kendall, is a flight attendant. It says, Kendall, a fiery flight attendant, and Pauline, a globe-trotting retiree, get stuck in London. Determined to make the best of their layover, they decide to take a play in at the Globe Theater. When the lead actor is murdered on stage, the new friends are thrust into a murder investigation. I love the idea of a flight attendant just because it's unique. I love seeing these unique cozies. Let me know what series you have just popped up in your Kindle that you're excited about, that you haven't got to, that you don't hear people talk about, that you haven't seen on videos. Put those in the comments below because I'm always looking for unique new things. Give me a big thumbs up for this video. And until next time, may all your future reads be 5 stars. Bye, everyone.